Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everyone. Today we're holding session number 360, and our session today is sponsored by our patrons and donors. Thank you very much, donors and patrons, for your donations and pledges. We wouldn't have dynamic lighting without you. Players at this time, go ahead and add 360 points if you have not already done so for showing up on time. Thank you very much for showing up on time. When last we left the Order of the Superior Star, they were still in Tintabula. And I need to redo the turn order tracker to where it was. Tintabula. Bam. I can't remember if we were in a fight or between fights.
Between.
Been 2 weeks. Okay, whoops. Okay, so it was 1 p.m. June 21, 11:85. Counting down by 1. And we were 58 minutes past the hour. And we had Bless 1 cast by Tenzi. Bless 1 cast by Tenzi. Actually, that's should be over. It was at 1, so past its 0 round. And then we had Adolf, Asher, Shandrak, and Tenzi. So I guess go ahead and roll base size initiative. And I'll do the same thing for Adolf and his crew. So Shandrak, you click on your token, click on initiative.
I just have a black screen right now. I can't see my token. Oh, wait.
If you zoom out to see the whole map, you'll be able to see where your token is. So the reason the screen is black is because you can't see your token right now.
There it is.
Wow. I turned animated graphics off and it's still pretty laggy.
Ugh.
Why? right. 58 minutes past the hour. First up is Tenzi and Company.
Tenzi goes to Asher and says, since you do all this scouting and sometimes we can't see you, I want to give you a little bit of protection, or actually not protection, but a way for me to know when you're in danger. So I'd like to cast use the Side of Asher to cast Sacred Guardian on Asher. Take a 5-foot step and do that.
Okay.
Asher shrugs and says, sweet that you worry.
By use of this spell, a priest becomes instantly aware when a recipient of the spell is in danger, regardless of the distance between the priest and the recipient. The recipient may be on a different plane of existence than the priest. When the spell is cast by a priest of at least 3rd level, he receives a mental image of the endangered person's situation. At no time, however, does the priest know the person's location through the use of the spell. The material component is a rose petal that has been kissed by the spell recipient. And we don't use material components, so it's an optional rule. 1 day per level. Wow. And you can just use
Sounds good.
the
Dang.
Psy with that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So 7 days. For the next 7 days, I'll have that on her.
Asher leans in and kind of whispers, it won't activate if, things get a little consensually rough, correct?
Correct. Only if you're in danger. I don't know if it'll go off before or after the safe word.
She winks and says, good to know.
Okay. And then next up is Asher and Company's move.
Alright, so she says, alright, so the next thing we were going to do is head across the hall where, if I'm remembering right, the largest horde of man scorpions and looks like their leaders are that I've seen so far. So I was going to lure some of them out into one of the houses we've cleared out, or maybe a hallway, just somewhere we can round them up a little bit and thin out the horde. And we were talking about maybe laying down a simple trap, maybe like a rope across the floor, or I don't know. It'd really be nice if we had somebody with fireballs, but it'd be at least a day before we could get our hands on that.
What's the purpose of the trap?
Just to kind of put someone in, like, if I'm lowering them down a hall and they're all nice and lined up, maybe we could just put a couple of them off their game while we cut them down.
No, I mean,
She
what
wants
do
to.
you want the trap to do?
I haven't figured it out. I've been thinking about it for a week and I don't know.
Okay. If you just want to trip somebody, you're gonna need some wire,
Mhm.
like a trip wire, literally.
Yep.
Rope won't do it unless they're moving really fast. Like, I'm talking
Mm.
like they're flying, like
To know.
flight speeds. Because I mean, that's just rope is thick. So,
Got it. Well,
uh,
we'll see.
but for a trip, if
Got it. But we'll see.
for a trip, if you want to trip somebody, tripwire will do, and then you have to have some way to secure it to something. Like if you're putting it through a doorway or something that's made of wood, then a couple nails will do. You know, if you have a hammer to drive the nails.
Right.
And then if you want like an alarm trap, like tripwire, you know, you got to buy a bell and some tripwire and, you know, hammer and nails. You actually have to have the tools to make traps.
Got it. Okay.
So your lockpicks kit has most of the necessary tools to make traps. It has like small hammers and chisels and files and stuff like that.
Got it.
Probably even some wire, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so if you make a trap, it'll probably use up, you know, the wire that you need for traps from that one lockpicks kit. So if you carry multiple thieves picks kits, you can make multiple traps, and of course, refreshing the components in a thieves pick kit is usually to refresh components in a kit. It's usually like half the cost of the kit. So like
Okay.
herbalist bag, you know, you can refresh for about half the price of the bag itself. Thieves kits, and then I think second edition only has very few kits like that. It's usually thieves picks and healers bags. So,
Yeah.
but
All right. So she says I have my kit has some wire in it. Maybe we could put a sort of tripwire across the hall. So does Tenzi look like he's still casting, or is he done? Oh, she's not even anywhere near him. Okay,
well,
so
he
she's
took
gonna
he
come
took
next.
he took a
I took
5 foot
five.
step. He
I
took a
took 5
5
foot
foot
step.
step. The casting time is one
Oh,
segment,
that was
so
okay.
you have
Cool.
the spell on you.
Excellent. So she says, so if I go down this hall, and then this way. I could set it up here.
Okay. So is it just a tripwire trap? Because I don't think you have a bell or anything like that.
Nah, just the tripwire trap.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you have a hand crossbow though, right?
I do, and I have some sleeping poison, so that would
Okay. Do
be
you
another
want to?
useful
Yeah. Do
thing.
you want to set up a tripwire that triggers the crossbow to shoot up sleep poison
Is
bolts?
that is that something I could do without the non-weapons proficiency for creating traps? Because I don't have that.
If you
So
don't
that's why I'm
have
trying to
the
keep it
proficiency, you can't do
real
it.
simple.
Yeah. If you don't have the proficiency, you can't do it. Set.
Okay. Yeah.
What's it called? Set traps or?
Yeah. Something like that. Or snares. I forget. Oh, trap. There is traps. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to see if there's anything she can do with like just common sense, not any real skill.
Yeah. Proficiency represents a basic, you know, knowledge of how to do
Yeah.
something. So at this time, your character just is like oblivious on how to make traps, which I'm really surprised you didn't choose to pick up that proficiency.
Yeah, I'm regretting it now, and I had the space for it, so it's something to think about before the next session, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, she'll go down there, kind of shrugs and says, "It's all Greek to me," and and that'll be it.
General proficiencies are different though. The general category,
Yeah.
the ones in the general category, you can do those proficiencies without the actual proficiency on your character sheet, but you're just really
Okay.
bad at it. Like anyone can swim. That's a general
That's where
proficiency. Yeah.
that's where I got confused.
Yeah. But the specialized ones that are directly under a class, like, you know, tracking, not everyone can track. It's something you really have to put some time into and learn. And I
Yeah.
think that's why reading and writing is not a general uh, proficiency. It's for wizards and priests because that really, it takes a while to learn how to read. You have to learn what the alphabet is, what each symbol is, what each the sound that each letter makes, and then how to group letters together, and then finally you can read out words. And so that one's a process. Okay. Is there anything else that Asher and company want to do?
Nah, she's just gonna. She wanders around trying to figure out if there's a way she could set a trap and doesn't come up with anything.
Yeah, it's just kind of um, ones and zeros to you, but you've never used a computer, so yeah,
So that's it.
yeah. But it's something that you can pick up, you know, in between sessions, and if you have,
Yeah.
it only costs one slot, right? Or is it
Yeah.
two?
So looking, looks like
Okay.
set snares is a rogue proficiency that would cost one. So yeah, not a big deal.
I think set snares is
Is
something
different than set
else.
traps. Let's
Let's
see.
see. Proficiency is
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
two. Maybe it is set snares. What?
Yeah, that's the closest thing I'm seeing.
Yeah, thief characters and only thieves with this proficiency can also attempt to rig man traps. Yep, it definitely is set snares.
Okay.
These can involve such things as crossbows, deadfalls, spike springboards, etc. The procedure is the same as that for setting a large snare. The DM must determine the amount of damage caused by a man trap, and of course, it takes 1d8 hours of work to prepare any trap. The character must
Oh
have
wow.
appropriate materials on hand. Yeah. Setting a small snare or trap takes 1 hour of work. Setting a larger trap requires 2 to 3 people. Only one need have the proficiency, and 2d4 hours of work. Setting a man trap requires 1 or more people depending on its nature, and 1d8 hours of work. So it takes a while. It's not something you just set up all willy-nilly. For this one,
Although a simple
mean,
snare is an hour, it's sad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say, yeah, this one would take an hour because it's just a wire with a crossbow. It's not a very large trap. It doesn't do very much damage. I'd say larger traps would be like deadfalls, pitfalls, because you have to dig, and then setting a man trap requires. Well, technically this is a man trap, but I would make the call that it doesn't take 1d8 hours of work to set up like a tripwire crossbow, because you can, nail one side in, put a little, pulley on the other side, tap that in, set up a couple of rocks, and hide the, the crossbow inside of it. I'd say it'd take 1 hour.
Up for that.
You just gotta have the proficiency. So.
Yeah, I'll probably be picking that up soon.
Now your character is really thinking about it, and she's going over in her head like, oh man, I never really thought about this before. Like, I could do so many things with this. I could use crossbow traps. I could set up, spear traps, sword traps, dagger traps, deadfalls, pitfalls, just like the ones that are in this dungeon. Maybe that's what inspired her to start thinking about making traps, is that the traps in this dungeon.
It's what inspired Amber.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is Chandrak's move.
I will attempt to silently go back towards the group. Oof. Don't want to rush too far forward. This place is pretty dangerous still. And also, if I can, I'd like to dump 3 rations so I can get my full movement back.
Okay. Um, just 3 pounds makes all the difference. I do want to make a few caveats to what I just said about the specific class proficiencies. There's a couple of them that you don't have to have, but you can still do them. Like the ones that specifically say you can, such as jumping. That's a thief proficiency, but it's built into the proficiency that you can still use it without being proficient with it. And there's a procedure written in the proficiency description on how to use it without being proficient. You can jump like 1d6 or 2d6 feet or something like that, but a proficient character gets a bonus of however many levels they have or something to the amount of feet they can jump, and a non-proficient character doesn't get that. So um, it's a pretty bad shot to get over a square because you have to roll 5 or 6, obviously, to get over a whole square. So, but anyways, sorry about that. Back to Shandrak. You're dropping rations.
Yeah, try to put him in the corner just in case I can maybe not come back later.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I have to refresh.
Hello?
Hey, hey.
Hey. And that's all for me.
Okay. I just had to refresh real quick.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Uh, my cat's being really cute and distracting.
The best, worst.
Your full-time cat, or you have more fosters?
The full-time cat. What? No. I'm finally back. There we go.
After some good cat rub.
Okay, so you drop some rations. One. Whoa, what? And anything else for Shandrak?
That'll be all.
Okay. 59 minutes past the hour. Tenzi's move.
I'm just gonna move up near the entrance to this house and wait for Asher to return.
Okay, Asher and Company.
Asher is going to come back around. And say, well, I don't know. All I've really figured out was that I don't know much about traps, but I should probably start figuring it out. And she says, but I think the hall to our west and the rooms that we cleared out there would be a good place for me to lure them to. Close, but far enough and secluded enough that we don't have to worry about being snuck up on.
Okay, why don't we go set up over there and then we'll await your return.
Asher says, I'll walk over there with you first just to make sure we all end up in the same place.
Good plan.
Yeah.
And then she and her followers are going to head that direction.
Okay, anything else from Asher and Company?
No.
Alright, Shandrak's move.
All right. So I'll follow the party then, and move quietly as I go. And that's all for me.
And time now is 2 p.m. Alright, no surprise. So Asher up ahead, you see in the edge of your vision some creatures or entities. They look like black, vaguely man-shaped clouds with no true substance. But they have two upper limbs, a torso, and a head with two glowing red eyes. And
It's the Enderman from Minecraft, y'all.
Oh no.
looks like a rather large group of them.
Mm.
Okay. look like this. Phew. Why didn't that work? So they're definitely non-corporeal. Should they look like that?
Ugh.
Asher says, there's a group ahead. Don't think I can stab them, but they don't look happy to see us. She stops and says, anybody recognize what these things are? The last time we fought something we didn't understand, Brian drew it and ended up a fetus.
Ooh, people run into some strange things.
Yeah. She says in the common tongue, hey guys,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what's going on? I've been waiting for you for hours. I was wondering when you were gonna show up. Cold shoulder, huh? Rude. Anybody there?
Yep.
Hello? Yeah?
Okay, good.
Just keep losing all my tabs.
Oh.
Oh no.
Need to get a new rollerball thing.
Oh yeah, that. Double click.
Oh, did I mention it's initiative phase?
Oh
No. I have a question. So I don't think I've done this before. Turning, that's a full action. Can I move and then turn, or do I have to move and then turn the next round? Or turning undead?
What do you say it again?
For turning undead, it's like that's an action. Can I move and then try to make a turn undead attempt, or do I move and then the following round do the turn undead attempt?
It says it's a full move action.
It just says it's a action. Doesn't say anything about moving.
Oh, you didn't look up. Okay, so under rules, etc. Combat. Okay, full move actions. Charge, move, run, sprint. Half move actions. Attack, charge, fire, throw missiles, guard, unarmed combat, withdraw. No move actions. Attack, cast spell, cover, fire, throw missiles, guard, parry, unarmed combat, use magical item. Good point. Okay. What are you turning undead with? Is are monks able to turn undead?
No, but the Sigh of Asheville, I can turn it as level 7.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I was thinking I'd have to move, and then at beginning of next round is when I would actually turn.
So turn
But I'm not
undead
sure.
comes up so infrequently. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think this is the first time I've done it, and so.
Player's Handbook. Player character classes.
I think
Priest.
under combat, it gives the best, I think, description of it.
Attempting a turn counts as an action requiring 1 round and occurring during the character's turn in the initiative order. Thus, the undead may get to act before the character can turn them. The mere presence of the character is not enough. Touch of drama from the character is important. Speech and gestures are important. So the character must have his hands free and be in a position to speak. However, turning is not like spellcasting. It is not interrupted if the character is attacked during the attempt. It's a full move action. You make a full move and then turn.
Okay. So then should I use a medium base speed then for my initiative?
Yes. Yeah. That's your catch-all category. Unless there's one under actual initiative for turning undead.
There's not, although I was wondering, since I'm using the Sigh, if I would do like innate spell ability or ring or something, or
It's a good point. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll initiative for the sign.
okay.
It would be, I guess, faster because of it being a magical weapon.
Okay, we'll do it.
I think I need just a full shutdown reset.
All right.
So I will be back in really fast, actually. Really, really fast.